Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, December 7th. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. We're 2 weeks away until our Christmas break. We got this, guys. We got it. Just a quick reminder that we do want your cameras on during class. I think that it's super important for us to be able to make connections, and it'll help you pay attention more too, if you can see what we're doing and make sure that you're paying attention. We are in chapter 4, called the Early Republic, sometimes called the New Republic, where we talk about the policies and difficulties the first 5 presidents faced. Remember, we have domestic and foreign issues. Domestic means inside the US, and foreign means outside the US. So last week, we spent time talking about George Washington and the first political parties in the United States. So today, we're going to kind of backtrack for a minute. Let me move over here just a minute. So you created a historical head two-face activity where you had to design based on the characteristics of the two political parties. So today we're going to start with a question based on what you know in the chart, and which of the following political parties would you have belonged? Okay, so based on what they are deciding what's best for the future of the nation here, which one do you think is best? Okay, and we have our STEM for success. I am convinced that. We're going to go ahead and freeze right here so that you have time to write and share. Thank you. So today's lesson, we will analyze the effects of the XYZ affair. Why is this important? Well, our second president, John A. Adams, was able to avoid war with France, and it led to a sense of doubt in the United States. How you're going to do this, you're going to analyze a political cartoon of the Alien and Sedition Acts, okay? So we do have some new words, alien and sedition, that we'll be defining later on this today. So let's start our activity. It's called What Would Adams Do? Okay, it is in your notebook. Let me show you. It's page 63. And how this works is I read the scenario to you, and then you type into the box what you think he should do, kind of like the show, What Would You Do? And then we'll fill in the blank, what did he really do? Use the information below to decide what President John Adams should do to resolve each challenge during his presidency. Remember, the United States is still a relatively new nation, and any poor decision could undermine its survival. So he was still trying to keep the nation together. So the first problem, guys, the French start to attack American ships. Imagine pirating and attacking American ships. Adams sent government officials to France to negotiate or discuss peace with the French government. Upon arrival in Paris, the officials were met with 3 French secret agents, later identified as agents X, Y, and Z. In order to even see the French foreign minister, the leader, the Americans were asked to pay $250,000 to the French. Today's money, it would be a $10 million bribe. Okay, so imagine they're being bribed, they're being blackmailed. You want us to stop attacking your ships? Well, then you need to pay us this much. What should Adams do? We're going to give you a few minutes to type out right here. What should he do? Now, what really happened? Let's fill that in. Bear with me here. Well, Adams became a national hero by avoiding war with France. The Americans did not want to fight another war, okay? Basically, Adams says, you know what? We're not going to fight you. Just stop attacking our ships, because look what we did to Britain. We destroyed them. And France is kind of like, okay, we'll back off, all right? We're going to watch a quick video that I hope you enjoy for the XYZ affair. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our second What Would You Do for Adams. Now, remember that issue that they just had with France. John Adams' popularity in the United States is shrinking. The Democratic Republicans were critical of Adams because the size of the military had been increased and taxes were raised to cover the costs of the growth. So, citizens acted out by printing outrageous images and stories of the president. Imagine in the newspapers writing ugly things about John Adams. And his political party, the Federalists, feared that a French plot, the French immigrants, they were planning to overthrow the government. Okay. So, what should President Adams do? All right. They're talking bad about him in the papers. They're afraid the French are going to come and try to take over somehow, infiltrate the government. What should he do? Type it in here. Now, before I give you what he did, the two definitions here, alien, we do refer to immigrants in this text, and the alien, and sedition means to speak bad about the government. So what did he really do? Well, believe it or not, he passes some pretty extreme laws called the Alien and Sedition Acts. The Alien Act meant that it was 14 years to become a citizen, which meant it was 14 years before you were able to vote. Okay, so he's trying to protect the presidency from immigrants voting, perhaps French immigrants. Okay, and the Sedition Act was even more controversial. If you spoke bad about the government, this meant prison. Okay, he was gonna throw you in prison if you spoke bad about the government. And so this protected the Federalist Party in the end, because when they spoke bad about Adams, they spoke bad about his political party. So the Alien and Sedition Acts were meant, as he said, to protect the nation. But you can imagine they're very controversial if somebody were to pass laws like this now and then. So today we're going to analyze a political cartoon. It's on, let me show you in your notebook. I believe it's page 64. So here you have the political cartoon of the Alien and Sedition Acts. And down below you have 3 questions to handle on your own. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care.